2018 is an exciting year for the City of Newark Parks and Recreation Department. We are celebrating 50 years of providing parks and recreation opportunities to our community. Join us as we look back over the last 5 decades of fun. Let's start from the beginning. Prior to becoming Newark Parks and Recreation, the department operated as the Greater Newark Recreation Association. The GNRA was a nonprofit United Fund agency. It started hosting recreational activities in the Newark area in the 1940s, just after World War II. Then, in the mid-1960s, funding in the agency was diminished and it could no longer provide the scope of recreational activities to the rapidly growing community. In 1968, City Council approved an ordinance to establish a Parks and Recreation Department. Between 1960 and 1970, Newark experienced an 82% population increase. That increase also prompted the need for land development. As Newark witnessed a rapid loss in open space, the city made an effort to measure the land and natural resources of the community. In 1968, Newark only had 2 parks, Rittenhouse Park and Dickey Park. That year, Newark residents voted in favor of a land referendum, which included the financing for parkland acquisition and development. The referendum provided $716,000 to acquire and develop 8 parks, totaling 53 acres of parkland. The 1970s and 1980s were a period of rapid growth and development for the Parks and Recreation Department. The park system grew to more than 300 acres. Tennis, volleyball, and basketball courts were all added to the parks, as well as athletic fields and playground equipment. By 1990, the Recreation Division was offering more than 350 activities annually. That same year, Newark residents reaffirmed their commitment to preserve the city's natural resources by approving a $2.9 million bond issue for open space and parkland acquisition. That funding, along with some state funding assistance, allowed the city to purchase 6 more park areas, totaling more than 77 acres. Land preservation and park development continued with the turn of the century, including the addition of the James F. Hall Trail, the Pomeroy and Newark Rail Trail, Newark Reservoir, and the Curtis Paper Mill Park. Today, Newark Parks and Recreation manages 36 parks and open spaces, totaling over 650 acres of parkland and open space, and 17 miles of trails, 18 tennis courts, 19 basketball courts, 10 athletic fields, and 22 playgrounds. Thank you for joining us for the last 50 years of memories, and we look forward to serving you for the next 50 years of fun.